If you have ever seen an American Hairless Terrier for the first time, you probably did a double take because it does not look like your usual dog. No thick fur, no fluffy coat, just smooth skin and a very alert expression. And honestly, some people find it strange at first. But once you understand this breed, you start to see why so many owners actually love it, not just for how it looks, but for how it fits into real daily life. So let's talk about it in a simple and honest way, like someone who is not trying to sell you anything, just telling you what you really need to know. First, let's talk about where this dog comes from, because the background explains a lot about its behavior. The American Hairless Terrier was developed in the United States, and it came from a line of small hunting dogs, which means even if it does not look like a typical hunter, it still has that instinct inside. It is alert, quick, and always aware of its surroundings. So this is not just a quiet lap dog that does nothing all day. It has energy, and it likes to stay active. Now, let's talk about the most obvious thing, the hairless part, because that is what gets everyone's attention. This dog either has no hair at all or very minimal hair, which means one big advantage, less shedding. So you will not be dealing with fur all over your clothes and furniture. And for people with mild allergies, this can be helpful. But here is the part many people forget. No hair also means less protection. So their skin is exposed, which means you need to protect them from too much sun because they can get sunburn, yes, just like humans. And at the same time, they can get cold easily. So depending on the weather, they might need clothes, and not just for style, but for comfort and health. Now, let's talk about personality, because this is where the breed really shines. The American Hairless Terrier is known for being lively, playful, and very people-oriented, meaning they enjoy being around humans, they like attention, and they can form strong bonds with their owners. And this is great if you want a companion that feels close to you. But it also means they do not enjoy being left alone for long periods, because they can get bored, and when they get bored, they will find ways to entertain themselves. And that might not always be something you like. Another thing you need to understand is their intelligence. This dog is smart, and that is both a good thing and a challenge. Because smart dogs learn fast, but they also get bored fast. So if you do not give them enough mental stimulation, meaning activities that make them think, they can become restless. So training should be consistent, simple, and a bit creative. You cannot just repeat the same thing over and over and expect them to stay interested. When it comes to exercise, this breed needs regular activity, but not extreme levels. Daily walks, playtime, and some interaction are usually enough. So compared to larger, high-energy dogs, this one is more manageable, especially if you live in a smaller space, like an apartment. But still, do not assume they can just sit around all day. They still need movement and attention. Now, let's talk about grooming because this is very different from most dogs. Since they do not have fur, you will not be brushing them like a typical dog. But that does not mean no care is needed. Their skin needs to be kept clean, sometimes gently wiped or bathed. And you need to watch for dryness or irritation. So in a way, you are replacing fur care with skin care. And once you get used to it, it becomes part of your routine. Health-wise, they are generally strong dogs. But because of their skin, they can be more sensitive to environmental factors like heat, cold, or even rough surfaces. So being aware of their surroundings is important. And regular vet visits, proper diet, and basic care go a long way in keeping them healthy. Now here is the honest truth that many people do not say clearly. This breed is not just about being different or unique. It requires a certain level of attention and understanding, because you're not just taking care of a dog with fur. You are taking care of a dog with exposed skin, with emotional needs, and with energy that needs to be managed. And if you ignore those things, problems can come up. But if you're someone who wants a dog that is close to you, interactive, and easier to manage in terms of shedding, and you are willing to adjust to its skin care and emotional needs, then the American Hairless Terrier can be a very good companion. It is lively, loyal, and has a personality that can make your home feel more active and more connected. So, in a very simple and direct way, this is not just a low-maintenance dog like some people assume. It is a different kind of responsibility. One that can be rewarding if you understand it, but stressful if you do not. So the best thing you can do is be honest with yourself about your lifestyle, your time, and your willingness to adapt. Because in the end, Owning any dog is not just about what you want. It is about what you can consistently give. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I am currently working toward my goal of 1,000 subscribers, so I can finally monetize this channel and turn this passion into a sustainable part of my future. This is my unfiltered diary of solo living in the Philippines, and your support helps me keep this channel growing. If you would like to help out even more, you can check out the Buy a Treat for My Pets link in the description. My dogs definitely appreciate the love. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next update. Thank you for being such an important part of this journey. I will see you in the next one.